Hey guys, so day 4 of Day in the Life of kind of a Galactic War GW series. So, anybody who's watching said I appreciate it, and let's keep going. So, last time I talked a little bit about some of the statistics that are really important, and I mentioned that physical damage, you can't really use that number because the skills have a lot to do with how hard or how soft, somebody's hitting. So physical damage can be kind of misleading. Like Anakin has really, really high physical damage. You've kind of got to play with him to see whether or not he has actual good damage on his skills. So, forming up my standard team comp here. But speed is really important. That's one of the most important numbers. For instance, right now, all my turn meters are full. I'm going ahead of this entire team. And that's because my guys have higher speed. Now, Eth Koth does not look slow. And you know what? I would be really happy to unlock him because he has a stun on him, a pretty good stun. He's good against droids. I don't see a lot of droids in my PvP tier, my server, but it's still nice to have. Also, I'm kind of curious because a lot of times lately here, Han Solo and Poe have been instrumental in some of these teams, these PvP teams, AI, getting the drop on you and stopping you. And I'm curious to see maybe, once they hit Han Solo in PvP, the problem is that generates turn meter. So even if you had Qui-Gon Jinn, the problem is that Han Solo gets to go maybe second, third in a row. A couple of guys get to go. They don't really kill anybody yet. So, as soon as Han taunts, everyone that would have gone last on their side goes first. Goes before the rest of your guys. So that means old Ben casts his ability block first, and that's really damaging to, a team with 2 healers, Jedi. That's really damaging to them. They're all about their abilities. So, Plo Koon is an interesting one because I'm always thinking about old Ben and how he's going to, basically come and block you. Well, the whole thing is getting rid of Han's taunt, Poe's taunt, so you can get back to work, even if you're ability blocked. Well, you're going to be ability blocked, and Plo Koon actually, his basic attack removes positive dispels. But, because I haven't leveled him or played with him enough, that's something that really needs to be tested to see how consistent it is. If it's not, almost 100% consistent, you might as well not do it. Because as competition's gotten better, it's made me start to wonder about, what Jedi teams can still stay at the top tier. And a couple of Jedi that are really strong, but they're paid for, Kit Fisto. He's really strong with the multi-attack. He can potency up people, so he's got a lot of team synergy. Ayla Secura, especially with Qui-Gon Jinn generating attacks, she can generate attacks as well. But then there are some free Jedi like Plo Koon. Like I said, he can remove this taunt right here. Now imagine if old Ben had ability blocked all my guys right there. I'd kind of be locked into Chewbacca. Well, that's not as bad as being locked into Han Solo. Because Han Solo, whenever you hit him, 25% chance to generate more turn meter for his team. So, basically taking down, I believe it's 25% to remove, and there's a 100% chance to add turn meter to his. So it's basically just slowing your whole team down. So Han Solo is somebody to think about if you need a tank. I wouldn't continue working on Chewbacca. He's kind of a one-trick pony. And, see, that was not smart. That's just disappointing because, you know, for those of you who are free to play, Talia is somebody you look at like, hey, you know, she could be useful. I've heard people talk about her, but so long as she's doing that, she's not going to be good in Galactic War or, in PvP, you know, on an AI team, because that's just that's something you can easily exploit when you're fighting against her. Having my coffee. So, I don't know what you guys feel like as far as the difficulty here. It's, it does feel like it's gotten easier for me over time, and I don't know if that's because I've improved kind of my strategy, or if it's just, you know, they've kind of made it easier, or maybe it's my particular power level that kind of gives me, but, I know a lot of you guys talk about this. That happens all the time. See, you know, too, as I'm fighting a lot of teams that, you know, this is not really that impressive. The team comp here is kind of... Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. This team comp here is kind of nonsensical. It doesn't have any flow. 3 tanks. It's just ugly. Boba Fett, I'm not impressed with a lot of the tanks. You know, Chewbacca, he's just a one-trick pony. That's his problem. Mace Windu's problem is he can't taunt. He's a tank. And his ability, you know, it can be ability blocked. So, that's not good. You know, his ability will actually break other people's taunts, and that's nice, but he doesn't do a lot of damage from my play with him, and, I don't know. I would probably go with somebody else. I would be looking to Han, Poe, because they can generate some turn meter and be tanks, so their health will actually work for you and against your enemies. Gosh. Savage Press. It's another guy I don't really have a lot of respect for. Both are dead. And the thing is, Jedi teams going first, that is quite an advantage. I really should spend $1 million and just level up Jedi Consular to 7. But yeah, it is. Credits become an issue later game. Early game, I know I thought that, oh man, credits, why would you ever spend crystals on those? That's just dumb. But it's pretty clear late game that, yeah, that gets very expensive. Because somebody showed you characters from 0 to 60 that cost 1.1 million credits. To level of 6 stars, 500,000 credits, 500,000. It gets pretty heavy. Confidence in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use a heal here. You don't really want to go into the fight looking like this. I'll leave his heal up. Hers is kind of a little more meaty. Mine's only, I think it's 4th level on my consular heal, so he's not quite fully leveled up, and that would be something nice to do. But honestly, this team, it seems to be great for Galactic War, but I do have trouble in my PvP tier. It is a real challenge, and there are a couple guys that have been really smart with how they've strategized. So, you know, I have to really outplay them. And their AI are, I mean, they're not stupid. They've set it up in such a way as everything, the first thing that everyone on their team is going to do is going to be the smartest thing to do. Nice. What a bitch. You know? How does that work? I mean, I showed yesterday, and it still left it on some people. I'm gonna have to kill her. She's pretty slow. That's her big Achilles heel. We'll try to go for a rotation around and throw a consular heal out just to bring my guys up to full. I like the maps. You know, that's pretty cool. I actually never see PvP on this map right here. But they really do need to add some new content here pretty soon. We've been waiting pretty patiently. You know, I don't know, now that I've kind of started to invest in other characters and other stuff, would I really want the level cap to be increased? I mean, you know, that might kind of suck. We are just rolling through these teams. I mean, they're getting pounded. Oh, man. I guess that was the bad move. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have gone for the kill. I should have just ability blocked him. It is really nice when that last hits somebody. So, hopefully my videos have improved here, and hopefully it's not, you know, too boring. I thought this is something even I would like to see in a certain situation. This is not for all players, all demographics, you know. This is for players who maybe aren't there to level 40 yet, and they kind of want to get an idea. Or maybe they just they're interested in this team comp. Maybe this is something they go for. They spend a little bit of cash. They want to get Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn is fairly easy to unlock. It seems like he's one of those people that you're going to get a lot of shards for. And here's some advice to you people who are going to spend a little bit of money. If you do want to spend money, if you intend on spending money, maybe even if you don't, really, do not, noob mistake, don't unlock the characters. let's say you got 10 shards, right? For Qui-Gon Jinn. Don't unlock him. Do not unlock him, okay? That's a mistake. That is a big mistake, okay? I know you might not think it, but that's something you don't really want to do. The reason why is that, man, this is going to be bad. I could lose my whole team here being stupid. And it's all because of Darth Sidious. So anyways, do not unlock that hero, because if you could open a pack of him, then you would be way ahead of the game here. My God, that's just unlucky. If you unlock a 4-star, imagine it, you just saved yourself 80 shards, and that would be huge. So don't open them. I did it, and it was a big mistake. You use 10, you get another 10. If you unlock that full character, that full 4-star, you realize how many shards that would have given you. Instead, if you unlock them and you just get that 4-star later, or even a 3-star, you only get half of those shards. So it's just smarter to go ahead and wait. A lot of the players don't do it. It's like I wanted Han Solo. I did. So I collected shards for him. I wasn't going to hit that unlock button. I bought a pack. I got him. I was pretty happy about that. So that's something to keep in mind for you guys. And like I said, this is not for everybody, because there are people, obviously this is what they do every day. This is what, they have a good team comp. This is just kind of to talk shop, discuss a little bit of strategy, and, if any of you guys want to have a dialogue with me, feel free. And I am online. That's an app that a lot of guys are using to communicate. It's very useful. And my ID is NWG5817. So we're moving along here. There, 1, 2, 3. After this one, haven't lost anybody yet, but that last one was kind of a little too close for comfort. They were kind of whittling me down, and I wasn't really thinking. I'm going to go after this Kylo Ren. Because I just don't like him. How about that? Not good. I might seem kind of too careful, but the thing is, I just don't like, you make a mistake, you pay for it. Sometimes it pays to heal first, sometimes it pays to heal early, not late. Sometimes that can really get you into trouble. Especially higher tier PvP, you start to realize that you're like, I'm gonna blow my heal now when I can, before I lose my turn. And if you read the turn meters and have a reasonably good idea of what all the skills do, whether something can generate turn meter or not, you can make a good educated decision on, whether you should heal now or later. Now, there is a forum post I wanted to mention on the website, on EA's forums, and somebody walks you through GCW and probably 2 pages worth of strategy. And you know what? It is so good. He did a great job there, and that's something you might want to look at. Also, there are a couple things on there I didn't know that I kind of got educated about. Let's say, for instance, I exited out, I hit retreat instead. Retreat will actually leave your guys, from what he said, I haven't done it yet, but it will leave your guys at the same health as before. So whatever your guy's health is when you hit retreat, that's going to stay. Debuffs and buffs get removed. So that could be really useful and potentially very helpful to some of you guys who have been challenged here, and you guys need a little bit of assistance. You playing maybe versus a team that you can't beat that's debuffing you heavily. Like right here, I could just disconnect and take away that debuff. You know? But I mean, it does. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. This is bad. This is rough. See, thank goodness that heal really does save the day. So they pretty much got to use all their big burst. Now we're going to take them. We're going to drop down their damage. And that's going to be... It's going to be pretty important. We need to rock this guy. Now, I'm in control. I mean, that puts me in control. And if I could just hit this son of a gun... Because there are a lot of targets out here. I maybe should have gone after Count Dooku just because he's really annoying. I'll give everybody the go ahead first here. Yeah, now we're talking. There we go. Now we're good. Yeah, this is an e-cig. I quit smoking probably about a year ago. I'm smoking like a pack a day. So this kind of helps. Yeah, better than smoking cigarettes. Maybe not better than nothing at all, but... This is kind of my morning ritual, and I think that this is they were really smart about adding this game type. It adds a lot of replayability to the game. And, it's fun. You guys really should try to find people around you, or people in your PvP tier. I was lucky enough to get to meet some of the guys here on my server, pretty early on. And, it's just been nice to communicate with them. It's nice to have a little bit of cooperation, kind of discussing each other's templates, kind of, motivating each other, telling each other when, hey, that was a good team comp, I like that. That's a lot more fun than always being competitive and trying just to cut each other's throats, not knowing people being like, oh, you son of a gun, you spent this much, you got that guy, like, oh, that irritates me. Get to know some of the players, especially the ones in your group. If you can find them, it can be really fun. And that's kind of what we have. Is we have kind of a group of people who share insights and their experiences, and for me, that just adds a lot to the game. That makes it kind of worth playing. So, and that's really why I'm doing the video series. It's not to be like, oh, look at me, somebody said that. That's not it, and it's not my personality. I just, I felt like, wow, people are really, welcoming and forthcoming with their experiences and, all the stuff they've shared. So I kind of wanted to do the same and share kind of some of the stuff that people have shared with me and say, hey, these are some things I've heard about, so. And kind of open up the doors. I have friends who are completely free to pay, and they will not spend on this game. That is just a simple fact of the matter. And I want them to have a good time. I don't want them to stop playing because they feel like it's unwinnable. And then, the paid players, I want them to keep playing too. They are kind of forging the path. So, I just want to see everybody continue to play, and we all have to kind of patiently wait to get to, this new content, which, should be coming around here. Let's see, I keep track of this timer up here, 2 hours. And every 6 hours, new shipments come along. So that means, for this, you don't have to reset the shipments. You can just keep waiting. I wonder, look at this. I mean, they're not even 60s. They're 59. They're 7-star, though. And they look fully geared, except for Barris, who, a lot of people stop investing in her. I really would like to do a 7-star Barris. I think that Barris, if you had her, you could actually drop your 2 healers. You could drop JC, you could drop Luminar. She is the best healer in the game still. She has a really good leadership skill for Jedi as well. That was instrumental in people's success early on in the game. If she's your only healer in the back, that would be the best one to have, because she can really save anybody's life. Luminara would be like a close second as a healer. But Luminara is not technically a healer. You might not know this, but she's actually considered an attacker. In that case, she's probably one of the best attackers in the game. I mean, truly. She is one of the dirtiest, nastiest, because she's got an amazing heal. She does awesome damage. She's got a built-in ability block. And she's free to play. She's somebody that anybody can have. Who wouldn't love that? Okay, this is over. This was one of the easiest matchups I've ever seen. And you see, this is just not... It's funny, man. I hear people that have a challenge. This, for me, these types, I don't know if it's the way that I've leveled my characters. I've heard of some players who have, fully 7-starred and they were way ahead of the curve early game. And for them, this type is unbeatable near. New gun ray. So, that's that. And, yeah, we dropped yesterday. We dropped hard. Now, Michael, he is much improved. If I lose, I lose. It is what it is. But, yeah, Michael has improved a lot here. His team comp has changed up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, he's got Poe, he's got Leia, he's got First Order TIE Pilot. Yeah, and they're going to get to go first here. Oh my god. Okay. I'm not unhappy with that. That could be okay for us. But we really got to get rid of this guy. Shouldn't have attacked Qui-Gon at all. Oh god. This could be trouble. Yeah. Oh, well, this is looking like a loss. This will take down their damage some, hopefully. But the thing is that these guys can all one-hit me. Now Leia should come out here in just a second. After this, okay, we're looking better now than we were. I'm telling you, Mike. I told you, Michael's team started to go this First Order TIE Pilot. So not an easy matchup by any means. And I had to really strategize how I was going to whittle this team down. And I got a little lucky. You might have been wondering why I went for Poe first, but he was going to go for the taunt. And that was just going to do me in. I didn't really have a choice. It's better just to get rid of him as soon as possible, maybe even have a chance at stopping his turn meter. Also, he didn't look like he was that tanky yet. And that's the thing, a lot of our guys, they're seeing these new wave of team comps come out, and they're trying to get it out there as fast as possible. And that was still better probably than his original team. But these guys aren't fully geared, fully set up yet, so they aren't able to tank as much as they could have if they were completely maxed out. So that was a good fight. It always makes me nervous. So this kind of puts me in the pipe here. This is a good position. I believe 11th. Yeah, 11th lets you go up to 2nd. Here's a hacker right here. Scopigno. We reported him. Obviously his power level was closer, but he used to have 8k power and we had like 12, 13, and he would just rise up. And this wasn't with, a real like outplay you team. It was a BS like if people would auto attack him and just auto and they'd kill him in 30 seconds. So, I mean, he's pretty much confirmed as a hacker, but EA hasn't done anything. We've reported him. It appears like he did drop off the map for a while. It appeared that they had fixed the hack, but now it looks like he's kind of got it back together again because he's closer than what he was as far as power level, but his team comp and everything about it. Right now, these guys, I'm telling you, some of my people here that I play against, they have just developed really, really smart team comp. So there's no way for him to get up that high. I mean, I don't see it because he's still got this like goofy 4-star Palpatine with. Yeah, I mean you auto him and he's a dead man. So, anyways, that's it for today. So I'm going to sign off. But if any of you guys have any comments, questions, or you want to see some different content, maybe you just want to see a straight, PvP reel, do that. But as for now, just the day in the life of will just be probably one row of GW, and, probably a PvP match afterwards. So, thanks for watching, guys. Later.